Good morning and happy Thursday, or happy Thanksgiving rather. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host Chump Change. This is live and recorded. For those of you that might be new here, what we typically do is go over crypto news or news in general in the space, update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Let's see who's in the house and we'll get into this. Mr. Tyson Coin, good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a minute. Max Voltage in the morning, good to see you, buddy. MC Crypto Junkie, good morning. We have 56. What's up, man? Zed, Game with Smokey Dan, Son of a Rabbit, Black Hat Team, Mustard Mountain Mining. Appreciate you for being here, buddy. Let's see. Alexander, good morning. Good morning. Anybody else that may have missed? Regilio, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. All right, everybody else that may have missed, I apologize. Let's get into this. Bitcoin 95,411 bucks. Bitcoin's looking fantastic. We got Ethereum at 3631. Perfect. Up 5% today. Wow, it's actually nice to see Ethereum pumping a little bit harder than Bitcoin. Interesting. BNB 661 bucks. Damn, up 6% today. We have XRP holding $1.46. Interesting. ADA's at 99 cents. You know what? I almost bought back into 91 too. Knew I should have. I knew it. I had my finger on the trigger and I didn't do it, but it's all right. ETC 33 bucks. I'm wondering if we're going to see more of a pullback later on today or tomorrow during Black Friday. I really wonder. LTC 95 bucks. 95 bucks. LTC, nice. Up 1%. Looking pretty good. Just under 100 bucks though. Let's see. Dogecoin 40 cents. Still holding strong. Dogecoin's been holding really strong, which is crazy. Caspa over 15 cents finally. Perfect. Took a while. ETC $33. Holy shit. ETC is pumping 13%, 13.5%. Damn. That's amazing.
Fuck, dude, spit on that thing.
Just gotta give it a little sometimes, you know. Solana 236 bucks. Looks pretty good. Look at Render. Render's up 9% today to $8.12. Damn. Nice. Things are looking good today, man. Things are looking good today. Good conversation starters during Turkey Day. All right, let's see. Biggest earner of the day is ENS, up 52%. Ethereum name service. I still am not entirely sure of what this is. I've never looked into it. What is this? Does anybody know? What is this? Is this like a staking thing? I have no idea. I have no idea what Ethereum name service is, to be honest. But it's up 52%. That is crazy. I wonder if that is why Ethereum's pumping, or vice versa. Let me see. If anybody knows, please let me know. Oh, the game with Smokey Dan, that's messed up. Virtual 16.9% over here is up to $1.04. Nice. Seems to be second place, but it's the biggest loser of the day. Seems to be the sand. Maybe. Nope. Algorand is losing today, down 1.9% to 28 cents. Could be worse. Could be worse. All right, that's it. That's really it. Everything looks good. Everything looks healthy as shit. Amazing. All right, flashbang fear and greed index looking like a 77 over here. Again, we're at 75 yesterday. Last week we were like in the 90s, or the week before last. Was it? I think it was last week. Why does this thing say 82? Pretty positive it was last week we saw the 90s. But again, when that stuff goes that high, you're gonna see some sort of pullback. So I'm glad to see it kind of resetting. 77 is really not that crazy. Mr. Rude Puts, thank you so much for the 249 super chat. He said thanks, happy Thanksgiving, flux to the moon. My man DJ yelling in the corner. Mr. Rude Puts, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well, sir. I did get your DM. I just forgot to. I didn't have time to message you back. I apologize. All right, let's see. Top 10 coins over here by coin market cap on by coin market cap over on CoinGecko, starting with Bitcoin at a $1.8 trillion market cap. We got Ethereum, Tether, Solana, BNB, XRP, Dogecoin, USDC, Cardano in 9th place, and Lido Staked Ether in 10th place, and they are neck and neck. Cardano and Lido Staked Ether 35.7 to 35.6. Crazy. Those are $1 billion market caps. Insane. Shiba's still in 15th place down here at 14.8 billion. Scrolling down a little bit, let's see. Litecoin is at a $7.1 billion market cap. Nice, at 95 bucks. Looking pretty good. Where's Caspa on the list? It's in 40th place now at a $3.8 billion market cap, again at 15 cents. I think Caspa's going to do just fine, but again, it's been some pretty choppy waters for Caspa, I ain't gonna lie. All right, moving on to the mining segment of things. Let's see what we got over here. What is the biggest earner of the day? I'm gonna refresh this just to see. Damn, Alphabex DG Hydro 1 over here, 20 gigahash unit, 6200 watts, mining Dogecoin and Litecoin. $68.97 a day. Damn, that is a lot. We get the L9 17 gigahash unit over here. I don't even know if this one's out yet, to be honest. I know the 16 is, but the 17 gigahash unit is making $62.70 a day, and the 16 gigahash rather is over here at $59 a day. That is insane, absolutely insane. Again, I don't recommend buying this Volk Miner D1. It's stupid and inefficient. I don't understand the point of it. The Alphabex DG1 Plus 14 gigahash unit over here making $49 a day. Where am I on 10 cents? I am. Damn, it's at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. That's insane. Did anybody see this coming with Litecoin and Doge? To be honest, did anybody see that? I mean, hindsight's 2020, but I wish I bought a lot more L7s. I can tell you that. I was looking down here at my L7 9050. I got it down at Terra Hosting. Shout out to them. If you guys are interested in hosting or buying any ASICs, go check out terrahosting.io or terrahashes.com and use my link. It's down in the description. But yeah, they include all tariffs and everything on their site, so feel free with that. But dude, the 9050, 3+ year-old machine, is making $29.72 a day. Gosh, I really wish I bought more of these. How much are they going for now? Actually, that's a good question. I don't even know. What are the L7s going for? Oh, dude, the 8800 is going for 7850.
Bruh.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. The 9500 is going for 9250. Jesus, dude, could you imagine paying that much money for a friggin' 3-year-old machine? I mean, they're brand new, right? But they're just 3-year-old tech. That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, anybody wants to buy mine, let me know. You know, I'm gonna wait like 2 months, and this thing's like, when the bull market's really popping off, I'm selling this shit for 10K. That's crazy. Did you guys? Oh my god, I really wish I bought more of those. They were like $2,000 a couple months ago. That's wild. That is wild. Anyways, all right, scrolling down. The DG1 right here, the eDG1M, 3.4 gigahashes. I have to do a video on this. 1800 watts. I just got this thing in the solar trailer yesterday. I got to do the rest of the video today, but it's making $9.93 a day at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. And they're probably gonna hate me for showing you guys this, but let me see. I went to check my code over here on Gold Shell, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't recommend you guys buying it with this code. But if it works, you guys, if they keep your order, then I would be beyond shocked. You guys ready for this? Hold on, where is it? How do I do it? How do I get out of here? Let me buy this. Check out, watch this. Ready? I could, like, they definitely screwed up my code, but in a good way for you guys. I don't know if this is gonna happen, if it's gonna work or not, if they're gonna honor it. But I have a feeling they probably won't. You ready for this? Code CHUMP. Let's apply this. I wonder if they fixed it. $2,300 off. Total $593. I don't recommend you guys buying this because they probably will kick it back to you, but that's $2,300 off. It's supposed to be the other way around. They're supposed to take off $600 and charge you this. So you didn't hear it here. If you want to take a calculated risk, have at it. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Hadouken for sure. Perfect. I don't know what's going on, but I was looking at their site earlier and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. It ain't my fault. Hey, listen, I found that. I found that on my own, and yeah, I don't know. You guys do what you want. Anyways, all right, let's see. Let's see. I mean, I would buy it for that price for sure, but I don't think they're gonna honor it. There's no way. It's definitely a mess up. Gold shell mini Doge 3 plus over here, 810 mega hashes, 500 watts. This thing I got in the solar trailer as well. Shout out to Gold Shell. $2.20 a day. Again, at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. You guys know I don't pay any electric in there, but it's still it's crazy to see. What are the, you know what is the original mini Doge making right now? Let's see. Mini Doge 185 mega hashes, 233 watts. This thing's making 22 cents a day. What? Holy crap.
Perfect.
That's crazy. But the invoice will have the right value. Yeah, dude, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're gonna do over there with that if people check out. But the gold shell, the original mini Doge, the ones that were melting the 6 pins, 185 mega hashes, 233 watts, 22 cents a day at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. That is wild. I have like 6 of these things in the trailer. That's crazy. I might be able to get these things on. It's really not worth it with all the big machines I got, but that's crazy. That's still crazy. I can't believe all this stuff's making as much as it is. All right, anyways, is what it is. Moving on. GPUs. Let's see what we got. GPUs. Let's see. Top coins today still seems to be a Leo. On the 4090, we have the 4080 with Cortex. If I'm not mistaken, that's what that one is. Let's see. Carlson on the 170HX. Carlson, Mr. Little Time Mining, loves that one. We have Chlor on the 3090 Ti. Interesting. What is TLS? TLS. What is this? Oh, Telestai. Was I supposed to say that? Telestai. They say it has nothing to do with the AI thing, but kind of weird. Telestai is top of the charts. Interesting. Let's see. Did I spell it? Did I mess that up? I probably messed it up. Did I spell this thing? Oh, I'm just gonna type in TLS. TLS there? Definitely spelled that wrong. TLS. I've never looked this up ever. It's not even on CoinGecko. Hold on. No. TELESTAI. Not there. It's not on CoinGecko. What? What? That's weird. All right, well, screw that coin. I don't know why people are all about that coin anyways, to be honest. Bitcoin Gold 7900 XT. Interesting. So you guys have a few things to choose from. Listen, if coins are profitable, mine them and sell it. That's what I would do. I'm not holding any of these coins. I'm done with shit coins. Oh, did you guys see Mr. Geek of All Trades new video? Where is it? Talking about Zelcore. Right here. Get your shit out of Zelcore, please. Please, for the love of God, if you like your money, please take it out of Zelcore. Right here. Oh, he changed the thumbnail. Your flux might be gone tomorrow. Watch this before it's too late. This was a great video. If you guys haven't seen it, please go see it. Okay? I don't. He is not the first one. He's not the second one. He is like I'm assuming hundreds of people have lost their money because the amount of flux that's in the wallet that stole his shit is insane. So go watch that video. Please don't use Zelcore. I never liked it from the beginning, and it just further proves my point that it was not a great wallet, at least in my opinion. All right, anyways, moving on to the news. I want to see what's going on over here. We're going to talk about a little bit about Turkey Day, and then we're going to get into all the crypto stuff. The based is yet to come. What the fuck? All right, Butterball's tips for the perfect turkey. Let's see what they got to say over here.
This Thanksgiving, like every year since 1981, Butterball is guiding holiday cooks with everything from thawing tips to emergency advice through the Turkey Talk Line. This is an annual tradition of ours to check in with the turkey experts in Naperville, Illinois.
Is that a real thing? They have emergency turkey talk line? It's not real. That's not real. I'm going to Google that right now.
And joining us right now live from the Butterball Talk Line is Bill Nolan. Bill, happy Thanksgiving. It is good to see you again, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving, Becky. It's good to be with you as well. We're happy. We're excited. Our workers are coming in this morning, getting ready to take those calls and answer.
Hold on. That's real? That's a real thing? Hold on. 1-800-Butterball, the turkey hotline, known to many as 1-800-Butterball, began during the holiday season of 1981 when 6 home economists worked the phones to answer about 11,000 turkey cooking questions. What? That's real? Jesus.
To those questions.
We just finished a segment where we were talking about how so much of the world is moving to streaming. The internet plays a big role, but you guys, I think, are getting as many calls as ever through the turkey talk.
No, it's just I didn't realize how stupid people were. You had to make a phone call, learn how to cook a turkey.
Line. How is the turkey talk line kind of internet proof? Why do people still call you?
I think the secret is people want to talk to a real human being. You know, we've adapted over time with technology. We know we take questions through text, through email, through live chat. But really, the phones are still the backbone of the talk line. People want to call 1-800-Butterball. They want to talk to a real human being. We're here throughout the week. We were here last night till 9 o'clock. We'll be here tonight till 9 o'clock. We'll be here all day tomorrow. So we're the lifeline for people, whether they just want some advice and they've maybe done it a million times, but they want to make sure they're doing it right, or that first-time cook that says, I've never done this before. How can you do it? We will walk them through the entire process and make it as painless as possible.
Maybe we should talk about some of those stories, because that's probably the best stuff out of what you guys are doing is the real human experience and stories that you're getting on some of these things. I would guess you get calls from first-timers. What are some of the craziest questions you all have been asked?
Well, a lot of people, you know, turkey's a funny thing because people only have it once or twice a year, you know.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
And it's intimidating. That's the perfect word. I mean, you take a look at it, it's a large...
Does turkey actually make you tired? Isn't there something in the meat that makes you tired? That's why people don't eat it often, I'm assuming.
Piece of meat to cook. And people are saying, how am I going to do this? How am I going to thaw it out? Our number one question on the talk line is, how do I thaw my turkey? And the good news, being that we're this close into the holiday right now, is there is a quick way to do it, which is a cold water method, that you leave the turkey in the wrapper, put it in the sink, fill it up with cold water, and change that water every 30 minutes. And you can thaw that turkey out in a matter of hours instead of a matter of days in the refrigerator. So this is great for the people that forgot to buy a turkey, forgot to take it out of the freezer. And exciting this year is another option we have, which is our cook from frozen turkey, which is rolled out in select markets. People can go to the butterball.com website and take a look at the top of the website where to buy and click down to see if it's available in your area. But you take it out of the bag, take it out of the inner wrapper, pop it into a 350-degree oven, and in about 4 hours, you've got a perfectly cooked turkey, which takes a lot of that headache of thawing it out off the table for you.
I've read some of the stories.
Yeah, I was reading that. It says, I don't know how to read that word. I don't know how to say it. I'm not even going to try to say it. I'm not going to say it. Whatever that enzyme is that's in it, this one right here. I'm just going to, here we go. This one. Tryptophan, I guess. I don't know if that's how you even say that. I totally butchered it. Whatever. It's an amino acid that can promote relaxation, but it's no more in turkey than it is in other meats. So I guess it's a myth.
Stories where you all talk about some of the funny questions that get asked of people. Somebody a guy called in and said, my turkey's frozen, what do I do? He was asked, what state is the turkey in? And he answered, Florida. I've seen the questions about people wanting to know if they could...
Yeah, isn't it just half hour per pound? Not mistaken, that's how you do it.
Thaw the turkey with an electric blanket, if they should be washing it with dish soap in the sink. But I think the best story that I've ever heard is one that you told along the line one time, Bill, where you got
people really wash turkeys with dish soap in a sink? What the hell's wrong with you? What? That's not real. Do people really do that? Why? The oven kills the bacteria. That's kind of the point of cooking it. You're putting Dawn dish soap on a turkey?
Call from a newly widowed man who was trying to put his Thanksgiving turkey together. What happened with that call?
Yeah, that was my first year on the talk line, and I got this call from the gentleman. It was on a Wednesday night, and the night before Thanksgiving. As you said, he was newly widowed, and he wanted to make the turkey he'd never cooked before. And his wife passed away in the previous year, and he wanted to make that turkey, and he had no idea what to do. So I walked him through the entire process, and I told him, write this all down, but most important, call us back tomorrow if you need help. But he felt pretty confident by the end. We can literally take people from start to finish. And when you can do something like that for somebody, it makes you feel like you're making a difference. And, it's not rocket science what we do, but if you're helping people to put on a great meal, that's what Butterball is all about. It's like sharing the love, passing on the love to people, and making things real. The holidays are for being together. It's been a tough year, and we want to make people happy and have a good meal on their table.
And we are grateful for it. It's the true spirit of Thanksgiving, being thankful and giving back. And what you and your team is doing is really something. We should point out you're doing this again all day tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Bill Nolan.
Interesting. If you guys don't know how to cook a turkey, go check it out. Did you guys ever see this one, though? I have to play this just because it's funny. You guys
I got hacked for 10 grand in Flux.
Yep, he got hacked for 10 grand in Flux. That wasn't it. Sorry, wrong one. Go watch that video though. Geek of all trades. This one. Did you guys see this? this is years ago. This is I don't think it was a year ago. I think it was more than a year ago, but this video on this channel came out a year ago. But look, you guys ever see this? The dad pranks the kids.
What is it?
You guys ever see this?
So
funny.
I'm going to show you how to carve a turkey. So the first thing you get a spoon. Here's your spoon. First thing you do
Must be
is
this up.
take the stuffing out, and it's not that hot because it's been sitting for a half hour. So whenever you cook a turkey, you have to let it sit for half an hour, and then you can start to carve it. Okay. So take the stuffing. I'll take the stuffing out here. Put the knife down right before you cut yourself.
I'm gonna scoot forward a little bit.
This whole thing's full of stuffing. Just
The entire thing in there?
Yeah, like all the way up to here. It's like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, just scoop in there.
Dad pranked his kids. It's great.
I feel like I'm scooping intestines out.
It's not. Just hit it with a fork and just drag it all out.
Don't waste the stuffing. Put it on that thing.
Look at this one with the knife.
Cut it right here.
Not yet, Brianna. Hold on.
You are Brianna, you psychopath.
I think it's all the stuff done in the microwave. It's not all the stuffing. Yeah, it is.
What is that?
It's just
What?
watch
Hold on now.
it. It's so funny.
This?
Yeah.
The disgust.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
I swear, if it's like a baby chicken.
What is it?
It's a second chicken.
Oh, pregnant.
That's the saddest thing I've ever. Oh my God.
Kids' minds are so easy to be manipulated.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh my God.
Perfect. I'm totally doing it to my kids when they grow up.
Turkeys have eggs. They don't have eggs.
We can't eat it now. We cannot eat that.
This is a rock Cornish hen. Put it in there. Okay, it's a joke.
You're so funny.
They're like, you're so funny, Dad. Piece of shit. All right, record Thanksgiving week travel. Here's what to know. Let's do
Record
it.
number of travelers expected to be hitting the skies and the roads on Thanksgiving. Investors are only rewarding
So
certain
funny.
airlines, though. Phil LeBeau has the explanation for that. Phil.
Yeah, there are the performers, and there are others who are performing better, but they've still got their own issues, and that's why those airline stocks are not as high as the performing set. We'll show you those in just a little bit. The number of flights that we're seeing this week, according to the FAA, the big hit was on Tuesday, yesterday. We'll see a big number today, and then on Sunday, more than 50,000 flights yesterday. Fortunately, there's generally good weather around the country. Yeah, a few pockets here and there, but no major storms that are bogging down traffic over large areas of the country. And as a result, the airlines are expecting their busiest Thanksgiving ever, travel up 6% compared to last year. The TSA expects to screen 3 million passengers on Sunday. That doesn't happen often. They did a few times in July this summer. 3 million is the busiest we've ever seen on a Thanksgiving weekend. I talked about the performers. Take a look at United and Alaska. Both stocks hit 52-week highs earlier this week. They've been on a nice roll here. These are two of the airlines, along with Delta, that are considered the performers because they have increased their execution. Their margins are improving. There's Delta. You see a nice run there. Delta giving its guidance last week that it expects 10% annual earnings per growth share growth over the next 3 years. And then there are the three airlines that have done better, as in terms of the stocks have done better over the last couple of months, but they've got their own individual issues, and that's why we put them into the group of non-performers. American, Southwest, JetBlue. We've talked about American getting rid of so much of the capacity that was bogging down the system. They're making progress there. Southwest with its issues, specifically number of aircraft that it can get from Boeing, and then we know what's going on with JetBlue in terms of redoing its route structure, and also they've got the issue with geared turbofan engines. Bottom line is this, guys. It should be, at least it started off to be, a smooth Thanksgiving weekend travel for the airlines, and if there's no major problems here or there, it should be a smooth one through Sunday.
Interesting. Somebody said Monday crashed 737 in your country. Damn, that sucks. That's sad. Sorry to hear that. Thanksgiving weekend spending to hit record of $650 per person. I'm assuming they're talking about during Black Friday.
Courtney Reagan joins us
I'm
now.
not sure.
She's got a closer look at just what we can expect. Courtney.
Hi, David. I hope you have your shopping list. No rest for the retail weary. We are moving from big earnings to the big five. So you're right. The unofficial start to this holiday shopping season begins tomorrow online for major retailers, even though many have already had these early Cyber deals in October or so far in early November. Now, Deloitte says spending during the stretch between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday will hit a new record high of $650 per person. That's up 15% from last year. That also means that 56%, more than half of total holiday budgets, will be spent over retail's big five. Interestingly, all household income groups do plan to spend more than last year during this stretch. Black Friday is still expected to be the busiest store shopping day of the year, according to Sensormatic, though not as big as years ago. However, now that most large retailers are again closed on Thanksgiving, that sort of happened during COVID and we continued it, it's now pushed those store doorbusters into Friday morning again, and that does help to lift traffic on Black Friday once again. Now, Adobe Analytics predicts 17% of total online holiday spending will be spent during retail's big five. So that's equivalent to $40.6 billion, up 7% from last year, with the biggest growth predicted to be on Black Friday online, with a nearly 11% gain in spend over that day last year. Now, when it comes to what shoppers will be buying, apparel and accessories top the list again, hopefully a boost for retailers that have been struggling in that category from what we just heard from all these third quarter reports. And while electronics are often a top promotional item, especially this weekend, the NRF predicts that it will be the 7th most popular gifted item in total for the season.
3 million. That's a lot of buck grabbing from TSA. Someone said in the chat. Oh, it's very true. Sorry, I read that like a video too late. Google subpoenas AI rivals after DOJ forces Chrome spinoff. Let's see what this is about.
Google's latest move after losing that antitrust case over search, subpoenaing AI rivals, trying to rebuff the DOJ's efforts to force a Chrome breakoff and more. Drew DeBose is going to explain that strategy right now in today's Tech Check. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Carl. So in short, Google wants to convince the court that the emergence of AI-powered search needs to be taken into account, and it has changed the search market as we know it. Google writes that business models in AI, much less winners and losers, have yet to be determined, and competition globally is fierce. So what is Google asking for from its rivals here? Well, a lot. If granted, it would represent an absolute treasure trove, especially from those startup darlings that don't typically make user data or financial performance public, or hand it over to rivals nonetheless. From OpenAI, Google wants usage data for ChatGPT, licensing agreements, even board minutes related to its plans for search distribution and any advertising strategies. From Perplexity, it's looking for active user data, advertiser pitch decks, its monetization strategy, among other information. Now, Google's also asking Microsoft for its agreements with OpenAI and other AI companies, writing, if new artificial intelligence tools and technologies have provided Bing a novel mode of distribution, and all indications are that they have, Google is entitled to present that evidence. Now, OpenAI and Microsoft have agreed to some of those requests. Perplexity lawyers say that they're looking at it. Now, this could open up a new chapter, not just in this case, but in the generative AI race at large, if this is made public, potentially strengthening Google's defense, which is what it wants, but also exposing industry dynamics and potentially leading to more regulatory action. Now, Google's deadline to submit its own proposed remedies in the case is December 20th. The next critical step, though, and the real wild card here, is the incoming administration and how it will handle or reevaluate these remedies. Will the DOJ under Trump be willing to view the search market through this new lens of generative AI, or will they want to quickly resolve this thing with the existing information on hand? This is a key point for Google itself, for the generative AI race at large, guys.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's see. FTC reportedly launches antivirus investigation into Microsoft. Ooh.
Breaking news, meantime, on Microsoft. Julia Borston has that story. Julia.
The U.S. Federal Trade Commission has opened an antitrust investigation into Microsoft. This is according to a report by Bloomberg. This report saying that this is drilling into everything from the company's cloud computing and software licensing businesses to cybersecurity and AI products, and that this antitrust investigation, comes after a year of conducting informal interviews with competitors and business partners. We see shares not really moving, or they're down just fractionally in after-hours trading. But we will come back as we hear more, reaching out to Microsoft for comment. This report saying that FTC antitrust lawyers are set to meet with Microsoft competitors next week to gather more information as part of this investigation.
The hell? They're just like ending that fast? Crazy. All right, fast money. Traders talk expectations for retails on this busy shopping week.
Why has consumer confidence been on the rise? Should investors be feeling bullish about the holiday shopping season that is upon us, Guy?
Hello, Mel.
Hello, Guy.
It's an intimate group here today.
Yes.
People should be. I mean, I wish I was more optimistic, and people clearly are. And if you were to look at the market or the retail landscape through the lens of American Express, all-time high today. MasterCard, Visa, all-time high today. Walmart, all-time high. Costco within a whisper, you'd be like, my God, things are going great. And it's true on one side of the equation. There's a flip side of that coin as well. Look at the dollar stores. Kohl's today making a multi-year, I think 4.5, 5-year low. So you talk about a bifurcated retail environment. You're seeing it right here. My concern is, Credit card debt now approaching $1.2 trillion. 23% rate is the average that people are paying, and delinquency rates are now at a 13-year high. That's the other side of the coin, but right now people feel great about things.
Plus, you have the election behind you. And Trump, not to get political, Trump was favored on the economy 55 to 45%, or whatever the number was, thereabouts, by 10%. Walmart, Guy's point, 75% of the revenues are from higher income earners, probably trading down. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or bad thing. It is what it is. People feel as if they have some closure behind them. We had a lot of major events that were happening. Things seem to be simmering down now, which is a tailwind for confidence, in my opinion.
And we know the Fed is on a rate-cutting path, regardless of what mortgage rates are doing. There is hope to come still for the consumer.
Right. Although I think Steve's point is really important. I think people, the markets and people hate uncertainty.
Yes.
And so regardless of how what you wanted to happen, there is clarity there. I think that's good. I also think that there is, remember how skittish retail, the shoppers seem to be in that not the back to school quarter. Mm-hmm. I think that's behind us now. I think also the market has risen a lot. That makes people feel better, wealthier. And so a lot of things I think are setting up nicely, as well as I think that most retailers are positioned pretty well on an inventory standpoint. So I think they can get good margins. So I'm pretty comfortable with the retail setup right here.
Right. The thing is that the retailers that have been doing well are or can be considered expensive. Mm-hmm. And the ones that have been and the ones that have been doing poorly because they cater to the demographic that you said is having more difficulty, like the dollar stores, they are doing poorly. So do you accept this, the bifurcation of the economy, and translate that into what you buy for retail stocks?
I believe that's...
Is there even a dollar store anymore? Everything's like, isn't it like Five Below or something that's like another store? But I feel like the dollar store, everything isn't a dollar anymore.
Exactly the case.
Despite the valuations.
Yeah, well, at a certain point, valuation's going to, but, people have tried to knock holes in the Walmart valuation probably for the last $25 or $30, and that's obviously been unsuccessful. The flip side of that coin is, you're trying to make a cogent argument for Target on valuation. That hasn't worked out. Think about this quickly. Since 2021, when Target made its all-time high, that stock has been cut in half. At the same time, Walmart's doubled in price. Now, the valuations have gone in a similar way, but, to fight it on valuation has been a losing game. So I do think you trade it that way. At a certain point, the valuations of the dollar stores and Kohl's and Target even, throw that in the mix, are going to be too compelling to pass up. We're just not there yet. If you believe that the consumer is on the path of doing better, that things are better for the consumer, then isn't it time for a Target? Because shouldn't those discretionary items do better? They can sell more pillows and lamps and whatever it is they sell that people don't want right now.
I think we're still in that marketplace where you started the question, the guy, of buy the winners, right? So Walmart, expensive. But when you look at, Karen brought up inventories, Burlington, Ross Stores, TJ Maxx, all the companies that benefit off of poor inventory management, their stocks are straight up. So those are the names that people are going to for the bargains, along with buying Walmart.
They also are the places people want to go for to find that something special. So if you have a higher income, you go there and you can buy something that is or was a luxury good that is now marked down, and so there's perceived value there.
I guess it's the same as that. We talk about the wealthier customer going to Walmart,
right, exactly.
The wealthier customer going to TJX, and it used to be something you would hide, and now it's sort of a badge of honor. So I'm long TJX. I like TJX, but I actually think Target is interesting here. And I just think that, the PE differential between Walmart, which I own, and they've done a fantastic job, is just too big here. Now, we know that Target has had some problems with inventory, actually, with
the most recent quarter.
In the most recent quarter, trying to get ahead of tariffs. But I think, I don't know, the valuation is really low. Could it go lower? Of course. But I think the bar is pretty low for them now.
Could buy $1 lemon heads, dude. Lemon heads are so good. All right. Moving on. How consumers plan to spend their money this holiday season. Then we're going to get into the Bitcoin stuff, I believe. Yeah.
Next guest sees a blowout holiday shopping season ahead with deal days like Black Friday set to play a bigger role this year. Naveen Jaggi is America's president of retail advisory services at JLL. Naveen, great to have you with us.
Good to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
We were just talking about online shopping, but you think consumers are going to go back to the stores in droves?
The consumer has been continuing to go back to the store in droves. We are a society that likes to shop at the store. We had a little blip in 2020 and 2021, but I think all the numbers have shown now for the last 3 years, when we're given a chance to go and have a positive retail experience with retailers that give us a positive experience in the store, we're going to shop in the store. We still, for the most part, like to shop at the grocery store in person. That won't...
I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I want to know how many of you guys shop online versus the store.
Change. I don't think it's going to change for the near future. And so to me, I'm a big bettor when it comes to the brick and mortar retail component of our industry.
What sorts of stores are giving the consumer a great experience in the store?
Well, at the moment, as your guests have spoken about Walmart, I think Walmart has nailed it on the head. They continue to find ways to keep people coming into the store for their daily goods and their daily needs. I think Target, which one of your speakers spoke about, is one that they're not so pleased with. I'm still a believer at the end of the day that Target is a retail I will bet on. And the reason why I say that is because every major retail category needs to have one, not just one, but two big players. So whether it's Home Depot versus Lowe's or whether it's Albertsons versus Kroger, you still have these retailers that need a second competitor to drive that interest into the store. So I look for Walmart and Target to be head-and-head in 25 and 26. Target will get their merchandising business in shape, and I look forward to that as being one of the bright lights for 25.
Naveen, it's Karen. Thanks for being on today. So we know that shoppers did change during the pandemic, right? You had to just, e-commerce was the only way, really. Yeah. So do you think that that penetration has stabilized? Or, I mean, many retailers still think there's ways to go for e-commerce, but it sounds like you don't agree with that.
I think, look, the U.S. as a broad average number is about 22 to 23% online shopping. And that's not just pure play online. That's just basically shopping online. You may make your decision online and go pick it up at the store. I don't see that number moving much more towards 25 to 30 in the next 2 or 3 years. We, as a community of consumers in the U.S., still like to go into the store. And we saw that in 21. As soon as the doors started opening up, we saw the malls starting to get people back in the store. And at the end of the day, I think because we have an ease to get to the store, unlike the urban environments that we see in Europe, in the U.S. for the most part, we can easily get to a parking lot, park our car, walk inside the store and get what we want. And that ease of access and logistics to getting into stores makes it easy for us to think about shopping. We're still a car community. Until we get in our car, move to the store, that's what drives our decisions to go to the store. I'm a big believer that the brick and mortar is the place where we will continue to shop.
Naveen, by the same token, so we heard what you like and we heard who's doing the right things. Who's doing the wrong things? And is it possible to turn those around? Or are we just watching that pinnacle, that pyramid, get smaller and smaller at the top of the retail organizations that actually can figure it out or have figured it out?
I think the department store sector overall is the one that's having a hard time getting the consumer back in the store. And that's probably a lot to do with the fact that all the other retailers we've talked about, whether it's Walmart or Target and others, have done a better job of merchandising to get the quality product in their stores. So to me, whether it's a Kohl's, for example, or Nordstrom pivoting to Nordstrom Rack, I think to me that is an example of a retailer that said, we've given up on our name brand and moving towards the discount rack, which now to me says that they've essentially said that the average U.S. shopper will trade down to TJX and Walmart and Nordstrom Rack as opposed to trading up. And so basically now you have this barbell effect, which your previous speaker spoke of, where you have the luxury and the aspirational, they get the consumer, and the discount and value gets the other consumer. And as a result, the middle, the mighty middle, the JCPenney's of the world, Sears, Kmart's, those legacy retailers, they're just not getting the consumer anymore. That to me tells me that that department store sector is the one that's most vulnerable towards weakening as opposed to strengthening.
Which makes sense. All right. CNBC Crypto World, U.S. Treasury overstepped authority in tornado cash sanctions. Ooh, let's see what this is about.
Today, Bitcoin climbs to the $95,000 level after its recent pullback. An appeals court rules that the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control overstepped its authority by sanctioning crypto mixer Tornado Cash. And Securitize co-founder and CEO Carlos Domingo discusses the upcoming regulatory shift in Washington and the latest in its tokenization partnership with BlackRock. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. The crypto market rose today with Bitcoin recovering slightly from a pullback this week that knocked it from record levels. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin had bounced back above $95,000 after trading as low as $90,000 earlier in the day. Ether jumped 6.75% to $3,560, and Ripple's XRP rose 6.5%. Let's talk about the top stories. First, sticking with Ripple, its CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, announced yesterday it's donating another $25 million to crypto super PAC Fairshake. The announcement comes as the bipartisan crypto PAC raises money for the 2026 midterms. Ripple was a major political donor in this year's election cycle, giving Fairshake around $50 million. The PAC showed promising results this past cycle. For example, it supported Republican Senator-elect Bernie Moreno in Ohio, who flipped Democrat Sherrod Brown's seat with low name recognition going into the race. Garlinghouse called Fairshake, quote, the most successful multi-candidate bipartisan super PAC in American history. Ripple has faced a years-long battle with the SEC and, along with much of the industry, anticipates less regulatory headwinds coming into the new Congress. Next, a federal court ruled that the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control overstepped authority by sanctioning crypto mixer Tornado Cash. For background, the Treasury sanctioned the mixing service back in 2022, alleging it was used to launder more than $7 billion, including funds stolen by North Korean hackers. The Treasury was consequently sued by some of the mixer's users with the support of Coinbase. A panel of judges ruled yesterday that Tornado Cash's immutable smart contracts are not property and therefore cannot be blocked. The ruling does, however, validate the Treasury's concerns regarding money laundering by illicit foreign actors and says perhaps Congress will target crypto mixing software. We reached out to the Department of the Treasury but didn't immediately hear back. The crypto industry largely cheered the ruling. Coinbase chief legal officer Paul Graywall took to X to call this a historic win for crypto and all who care about defending liberty. Consensus senior counsel Bill Hughes called it a good win but clarified that it doesn't mean Tornado Cash is completely in the clear, emphasizing that the issue just pertained to smart contracts without admin keys. All right, on to our main story.
Damn. I never used Tornado Cash, but I mean, it seemed like a decent service, but yeah, I get the whole thing.
I spoke recently with the co-founder and CEO of Securitize, a tokenization platform that partners with BlackRock on its tokenized funds for real-world assets. Through this partnership, BlackRock rolled out the fund earlier this year on the Ethereum network, but this month extended the offering to several other blockchains. We spoke about the expansion, and he shared his outlook for tokenization projects going into a more pro-crypto Congress.
Man, so we have almost 70 people here, which means like a third of my audience in the morning was definitely drinking last night. All right, I closed that poll. 30 votes. 60% of you said you shop online versus a store. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected.
I want to begin talking about BIDL, which recently expanded to several other blockchains after launching earlier this year on Ethereum. Talk to me about the timing of that and why these specific networks you decided to expand to.
Good. Well, thanks for having me, Tanya. So as you saw, we started on Ethereum, which I guess was where everybody starts, and we started as a company in 2017, 18, and the oldest blockchain, if you want, besides from Bitcoin. But the crypto world is actually multi-chain. Over the years, there's been kind of growth in two different directions. One, new layer one blockchains that kind of parallel to Ethereum that try to improve in some of the features that Ethereum, lags behind, whether it's transaction speed or fees, etc. And then there's also been this kind of so-called layer two blockchains that roll into Ethereum, but they actually allow you to, run transactions separately at a faster speed and lower cost. So we've always had in mind that, as Securitized, we want to be in as many chains as possible to access different pockets of liquidity, different functionality, transaction speed, fees, etc. So this is just an evolution of where we're going. And obviously we started first in one place, waited for a little bit until we had, grow the assets over $500 million there, and then expanded into those 5 chains that we announced recently.
Is it just me, or is everything he just say kind of turn into a mush in your brain when you're listening to it? I might need to slow this down.
Can you talk about the timing? I think at least one of those chains was something that the SEC had previously kind of double clicked on. And obviously after the election, the market is very optimistic heading into a year that is bound to be just a lot more supportive on the regulatory front. Did that have anything to do with the timing of the expansion?
No. So first, what the SEC had been saying in the past is that maybe some of the tokens of these blockchains are securities, but that has nothing to do with the blockchain itself or the infrastructure. It's just simply that the token that people use as a payment mechanism to access, the compute of the blockchains and accessing these ledgers might actually be a security. But the timing of launching this has nothing to do with elections. We're very pleased with the outcome and the fact that it seems that we're going to get regulatory clarity on those topics. But the two things are just coincidental in time but unrelated.
All right, we're going to skip this. If you guys want to watch it, link is down in the description. But Bitcoin bounces as new AI trend explodes. Let's see what he's got to say over here. Mr. Lark Davis, moving to the video segment of things. So you guys don't know who he is, go check him out. Links in the description.
Bitcoin bounces as meme coins. They are going bananas, especially AI meme coins. That's a trend that I want to discuss with you. I know we talked about it a bit already, but it goes deep. It's very exciting, and it's given the market some pretty tingly vibes. So you should definitely be aware of what the heck is going on, because this could be one of the most interesting opportunities to come out in crypto recently. Okay, so let's get into it. Start talking about Bitcoin, then we'll get into the fun AI meme stuff. So the price of Bitcoin, currently in a little bit of a downtrend, okay, after hitting 100K. Totally normal situation, if you ask me. Nice bounce here at 92K, which of course...
Did we technically hit 100K? We didn't hit 100K. I thought it was like 99.4. I mean, I guess it was close enough, but according to CoinGecko, 99.645. All right, that was 6 days ago. 22nd of November. I guess it was close enough.
This is the line of support here. Good candle yesterday. Let's see if we can get some follow through on that to break up here and go down, but go back up, obviously. If we go back down to here, no problem. Doesn't burn me in the least bit. Obviously, we'd love to see 92K holding on any downside price action. As soon as we break out of this line, I would guess that we could be gunning up for 100K and the break of 100K pretty soon. At least a small break out of 100K. Come on, we just got to get just the tip, man. Just the tip. That's all you need. All right. Great chart here from Charles Everett said, this is where we are in the Bitcoin cycle. Every time a monthly all-time high has been broken with strength, we've seen at least 4 massive monthly candles over the following months. We are just warming up. I agree, 100%.
Oh, wow.
Charles is spot on here. We don't just have this move up to 100K, one monthly candle of price action and strength, and then that's it. Oh, it's all over. We're going back to zero now at the end of the market cycle. No, this is not how Bitcoin breaks out. Bitcoin breaks out with strength, okay? Now, look, I know past returns do not equate to future returns, but markets do move in cycles.
Very true.
Okay, there are rhymes to the market, and my guess is that this is going to rhyme again, where we'll see a lot of strength for Bitcoin over the coming months. So if we have a 4-month average, right, then November, December, January, February, Bitcoin tops March, for example, altcoins top in April.
January is definitely going to pop. This is my opinion. When Trump gets in office, I mean, everything I think is going to explode.
Better get out before May. You know what they say? Sell a man, go away. That's the general
a good
vibe.
point. That's a very good point, actually. Sell a man, go away is very true as well.
Right now, we can always reassess that later, but my guess is that's probably going to be, at least to some extent, true this time. Charles says also took 15 years for Bitcoin to get to 100K. When it breaks, the next 100K will likely happen in weeks.
What?
That's how it tends to move. Don't believe me? Look back at 2020. We went from 20K to 40K in a very short amount of time. And 40K to 60K also in a very short amount of time. Okay, when Bitcoin's hard, man. Like damn Bitcoin. Bitcoin price now outpacing the 2015-2018 market cycle. Bullish. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yes. Are we going to go higher this time? I feel like it's a dangerous thought to even think about. Everyone's going to, and I'm saying, you know, I'm a 200K, 250K guy, okay? People are going to say it's 500K, people are going to say it's 700K, people are going to say it's $1 million. Them's fighting words, guys. That's dangerous. That's dangerous thinking like that. Hey, real quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is...
F you and your stupid fake Ferrari.
Go get it. All right. Back in the Bitcoin news, ETH news, stuff like that. So Thor says we are so back. New all-time high in ETH ETF inflows relative to Bitcoin inflows, which is an interesting way to think about it. $90 million of ETH inflows versus $103 million for Bitcoin yesterday. All right. I see you, Ethereum. I see you, Ethereum. Nice. I dig it. Fascinating as well. The price of Ethereum doing pretty gosh darn well recently. Okay. The forgotten coin will not be forgotten anymore. Love to see it. Been very clean, by the way, on this move up after that beautiful break at 2,800, which we talked about was like the line of lines for a long time, right? After that beautiful breakout, we've just been grinding higher very nicely, hitting a lot of nice levels on the way up. Hit levels here, of course, hit the resistance here, and now we're slowly grinding up. Now,
is this what they call the cup and handle thing? Is that what that is? Cup and handle?
And we break over the orange line on top here. I mean, that is the big signal, isn't it? Look at the size of this triangle here. Goodness gracious me. When we break that right there, the downtrend, the literal multi-year downtrend that we have been in, Ethereum's going to skyrocket. $7,500 is the first major stopping point. 10K, 15K cycle top. That's my thoughts, and I'm sticking to it.
15K now he's saying cycle top? Interesting. I'm thinking like 7 to 10. I've said that for a while.
Alex here saying, damn, look at base transactions
15,
absolutely soaring in the past few days, going from 6 million all the way up to 10 million. Damn, man. Base, of course, is Ethereum. Ethereum is Base. It is the gas of the Base network. And all those Base memes, my Brett bags, for example, Base DeFi, my Aerodrome bags, by the way, if you want to see what coins I hold, link down below to my portfolio disclosures, current holdings, OTC deals, venture round investments, all that kind of stuff. Okay, check it out. Plus, you also find risk statements. Investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all of your money. No, seriously, you can. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, guys. Anyway, Base absolutely kicking off. Love to see it. Good for my Base bags. Not getting the same level of hype still that Solana is getting, but man, Base is like the narrative, or one of the big narratives of the cycle, right? So it's continuing to do really well. 74% of venture capital into the Solana ecosystem goes to applications versus 40% in Ethereum. That's actually very interesting. One of the best leading indicators for why Solana will likely continue winning share of on-chain activity. Solana is the story of the season, isn't it? And I know I'm very excited about Base, but Solana keeps killing it. You can't deny it, right? Dan here saying, I'm tired of Ethereum versus Solana debate. There are legitimate things being built on both chains. Of course, it's a funny post, and he's cherry picking, obviously, but it's funny, so we're going to share it. Major companies building on Ethereum, Citi, UBS, Visa, Sony, Stripe, Venmo, PayPal, Google, BlackRock, Robinhood, et cetera, et cetera. Solana, we got Rismus. We got just buy $1 worth of this. Riz Given. I will just not say the name of that last one to not get this video demonetized, but...
Why?
You guys know what we're talking about over here, okay? It's funny. That's funny. Come on. Look, reality is Solana is the premier meme coin casino of the cycle. It's where everyone wants to go, and even the degenerate meme coin BS, and that's fine, okay? But we're also seeing real stuff being built over there on Solana and on Base, which are actually the premier homes of the next thing that I want to talk about, the big story of the day, which is the AI agent and AI meme coin insanity that's going on right now. If you're not getting clicked in on this trend and on this niche, we've been covering it in the newsletter for weeks, by the way. Okay, we just had a top 5 AI meme coin list. We've covered a few articles already of it, so we're on top of it on the newsletter. We're talking about it here on the channel. This is definitely something I think worth paying attention to. I'm paying attention to. I haven't actually put money into it yet, but I'm probably going to put at least some money in soon. I've already got such balls deep exposure to AI more broadly, but I feel like having a couple of these AI meme coin agenty things would probably be fun too, because why the heck not? Anyway, AI, over a third of all mind share on crypto social media today. Okay, think about it. Think about it. Meme coins down here second place with half the mind share of AI. DeFi down here at only 10%. GameFi 5%. Layer 2s. Don't buy layer 2. Not financial advice, buy whatever the hell you want to buy with your money, but layer 2 governance tokens generally suck balls as an investment, right? Stablecoins, real world assets, Rune, ZK, ETFs, all fantastic stuff there. 40% of today's top 20 memes by mind share are AI related. AI XBT, Bully, Cerebro, Goat, okay? AI 16Z, VWaifu, Fartcoin. These are all Clanker. These are all AI related coins, okay? Very interesting. 0x Jeff saying where the AI agent space stands right now ecosystem-wise. So we have the Virtuals protocol, so the game stack hands down the strongest distribution network for agents. By the way, all this stuff is built either on Base or on Solana. That's where like the majority of the mind share is happening for this AI agent trend right now, okay? And AI 16Z DAO, the ELIZA stacks, most widely adopted agent framework. Let's realize a cloud of FUD hangover. There's been some funny stuff going on. They launched like an ELIZA meme coin, and then they launched another ELIZA meme coin. There's been some other stuff too. So it's kind of like I was thinking about buying that one, and then all this FUD came out. I was like, I don't know. Let me just hold off on that for a little while. There's a couple others that I'm considering throwing some cash into, but I haven't done that yet. We'll update you guys when we do. But anyway, Base chain. We have the Virtuals protocol, easily to talk ecosystem here with more unique agents than anyone else in a roadmap that screams innovation. Okay, so a lot of cool stuff going on right now. That's definitely worth paying attention to in the AI agent space. AI.
There's also a lot of bullshit.
XBT becoming the #1 KOL, 100K plus followers by next week, being the #1. It's not there yet, but this guy's thing is going to absolutely explode in followers, being #1 crypto distribution channel that projects pray to get featured on is most definitely not priced in. That's even without even mentioning the terminal. There you go. So we're seeing again AI agent index.
Fartcoin is a AI agent. I'm gonna get off this video. All right, let's see. Last but not least, crypto veteran reveals real Bitcoin price prediction for 2025. I want to watch this. This guy Gareth, He's a decent trader, but he's kind of a donkey at the same time. So we're going to see what he has to say over here, because he was also the guy that was saying, oh, we're going to have a huge pullback down to 10K when Bitcoin is at like 30. So, and that never happened. Let's see what he's got to say, though.
One thing I've learned in the history of 25 years of trading is that
today I sit down with 25-year trading veteran Gareth Soloway.
And so what we are seeing is Bitcoin is pulling back here. And what I think is fascinating is that
as he shares his short,
just like a weatherman, he can still be wrong. Doesn't matter how long you do the job.
term outlook for the Bitcoin price, as well as long-term outlook into 2025. Watch today's whole video as Gareth also shares his 2025 Ethereum prediction. Click the like button right now to support me. And let's start. Gareth, remind us, what is your experience with trading?
Yeah, sure. So I've been trading since 1999. Ages, gives my age away a little bit there. But basically, I started out just being fascinated by the .com bubble. It was incredible. I didn't have any money back then. And so I kind of played around with fake accounts. And it was just incredible to watch how much you could grow a fake account or a paper trading account. And it kind of addicted me to trading, and to the point where I said, hey, I got to learn how to do this. I spent years losing money, as most traders do, because you do everything wrong. Slowly, I learned. I had to work 3 side jobs to just replenish my trading account, to be honest, once I was getting started. But over time, I started to learn that charts were the true way to figure out shorter term moves. It shows you what the most probable outcome is. And as long as you play it, you essentially become the casino versus the gambler. And that's really what I've done now for the last 20 years or so. So that's really the background there. I ran inthemoneystocks.com for years, which is stocks. And then I branched into crypto and have verifiedinvesting.com now.
How much would you say market sentiment or just narrative affects markets? And then what is the sentiment this week?
Yeah, so in crypto, sentiment is huge because it's a very emotional market. So crypto is a majority, and it's slowly changing, but it's been a majority of retail investors. And so emotion runs higher versus in the stock market, you have these mega institutions, pension funds, and they'll ground a market so it doesn't have crazy moves. But there's no doubt that sentiment is very, very key. And one of the things
what he means by grounding a market is if it moves more than 20%, they shut it off for the day, so you can't trade anymore. Crypto, there's no rule like that.
I'll just say is that over the last week, especially just the last few days in the crypto markets, when you start to see some of these crazy moves, like a 600% move in XLM or Cardano moving 300-400%, these are things that as a trader, you start to pay attention to because they usually occur at the end of moves versus the beginning, right? And so as an investor, as a trader, I start to pay attention. I start to look for opportunities in the short term for pullbacks.
Interesting. End of moves. Is that kind of like saying, like when you get a fish out of the pond and it's the dead flap, it's like the final few flaps before it goes dead. Is that right?
That's something I like the analogy there. It's essentially like so money in markets tends to gravitate in uncertain times towards best of breed, right? So whether it's Apple stock or Bitcoin, those will be the first ones to go. When it gets so easy that money starts flowing to like the crap coins, if you will, that's where people are just at that point pure gambling, and it's showing that there's no real kind of investigation or knowledge being used. It's just like, hey, I'm gambling, let's try this, and this, and people are making crazy amounts of money. And historically, that was the high of the .com bubble in 2021. We kind of saw that with crypto in many ways before the bear market. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying that we're heading into another bear market. I'm just saying as a shorter term trader, I'm looking for a pullback from these levels or a retrace to kind of cool the jets of the crypto markets here.
Let's flip to the charts and show us outlook for Bitcoin in the short term. And as Gareth,
I feel like this guy is just going to spread a bunch of bullshit because I don't know. He's usually a bear.
Shows us the charts. A few things to note about this interview. Number one, we recorded this about 36, almost 48 hours ago. I think when the Bitcoin price was right around here. So we're still in this same range, but something to note. Number two, on Zoom, the camera for our faces, for some reason, was coming in and out. So you're not always going to see our faces. You'll always hear us. The audio is crystal clear. And number three, Gareth, before we get to long term, short term, what do you expect for Bitcoin?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me bring up my Bitcoin chart and take a look. And so what we are seeing is Bitcoin is pulling back here. And what I think is fascinating is that we came up as high as about 99,000 and change right up here, and we're now seeing a pullback. And just to explain what's going on here from a psychological standpoint is that you had a lot of people that were expecting last Friday, even myself, I was like, hey, I think we're going to break 100K here. And it didn't happen. And it didn't happen over the weekend. And so what you had was a lot of kind of gambling money pile in at 99,000, thinking it was going to break. And now that it hasn't broken, they're getting nervous. And now as it downticks, that kind of weak-handed investor is starting to sell, and it's causing Bitcoin to retrace. And I think that's really important because I still think it's going to break 100,000 here. I just think you have to kind of wipe out those weak hands first that kind of piled in just for that glory of watching the breakout above 100K.
Facts.
So right now we are pulling back. Sentiment had gotten very, very bullish. Everyone was gambling and thinking it was going to be a 100K easy break. So now you have to kind of wipe out those weak hands. Once it gets down, you'll have some support around 91, 92,000 here. My guess is it'll stabilize, and then we'll start turning back up once those weak hands are kind of liquidated from the market. And I think at that point, this is interesting. At that point, I think not only do we pierce 100,000 on Bitcoin, but I think money from the altcoin moves will start to rotate into Bitcoin and push it even higher than 100K. Now, on a technical basis, this is something I discovered. It's the parallel channel that goes back to the high of 2017. So here's your bull market high of 2017. Here's your bull market high, the first high in 2021, and exactly to the high, the second high in 2021. Now, the way I tell if a line is important is I drop the parallel down. And so what we can see is this lower line is a parallel, right? So I'm taking it down. And notice how it perfectly interjects at this low and at this low. And what that tells me is that this line has credence, meaning it has power, because there's an even parallel with that kind of solidifies its importance. And so what I would expect is at some point we push back up, pierce 100,000, and we kind of go up to tag this upper level, which is right around 107 to 108. Once we get there, then I think we get the bigger correction, maybe back to 74 to 75. Now, where do I get 74, 75 from? That's looking at this former all-time high right here that was in March. And there's inevitability where markets tend to come back to what I call the scene of the crime, right? So you had this level right here. We kind of chopped around. We bull flagged here. We broke out. And there's this tendency to come back into that level here. And then that's where, for me, that's where I'm a buyer. Like if you give me 74, 75, I will buy hand over fist, because usually what you'll do is you'll break out, retrace, and then you'll continue up much, much more sharply. So at least to kind of game it out, that's what I would expect from a technical standpoint.
And super quickly, let's just understand the charting, the expectations Gareth just laid out.
That seems a lot more realistic, going up to 107 and then having a retracement to like 75.
We were recording right around here, and notice in the short term, price did play out exactly as Gareth's charts were predicting. We fell down to around the 90 to 92 support level, shook out the weak hands. Now we bounced back. And not that we can't, chop around here for days, weeks. This can continue. This can continue. But then Gareth said he expects the Bitcoin price to climb to 108 before then correcting down to the 70s. This next.
See, that correcting down to the 70s might not happen at all. But it is a big support line.
So then my question is...
And so ultimately, you're right. There is a paradigm shift. I continue to be long-term crazy bullish on Bitcoin. I think it's going well above 150, maybe 200,000 or beyond. But I don't think that you're not going to ever get big pullbacks, right? Historically, we know Bitcoin has corrections that can be as much as 50% or greater. I think we'll get one that at least takes it back to 74 to 75.
Do you think 108 to 110, is that your 2025 cycle top expectation? Whereas 150, 200, the cycle top expectation, and 108 would be the short-term top?
Wow, that's a really good question. So I think over the next month or two, 108, 107 is my high, with a correction back to 74 to 75. By end of next year, I think there's so many things that are unknown that it's hard to predict. For instance, where's inflation? Because, we're talking about massive tariffs, which can be inflationary. We're talking about other factors. And if we start to see inflation getting out of control, and let's say Trump doesn't follow through on his Doge project with Elon Musk and cut spending, then there's, if they can bring spending down and the deficit starts to shrink, then Bitcoin as a digital gold is less valuable to me. And I'm not saying to everyone, but it's for me, it's the offset of ridiculous spending in governments and fiat currencies. So the big question is, does he come through on his pledges, or do we just see business as usual in Washington and the spending just continue and the deficit just continues to balloon? The more the deficit balloons, I think the more Bitcoin goes higher.
And if it's that perfect storm, then you can see 150 to 200 by end of next year.
Yeah, I think, again, 200 seems really crazy, but then again, so did 100 12 months ago. So I think at least 150 is very realistic. And I think if it really gets out of control, then there's always a possible, maybe by 2026, you're at 200.
And just for traders in this market, how much of the Trump inauguration on January 6th, with Trump being the Bitcoin president, do you think that could be a rally into a local top?
Yeah, I think in fact that's exactly what's going to happen, right? So investors have bought this kind of idea that Trump's going to come in here and be, so Bitcoin pro that it's just going to be amazing. But the thing is this, is that markets price in expectations, right? And this goes for stocks, commodities, and crypto. And so investors are pricing in this lofty expectation that he's going to name a crypto czar, that he's going to do this, that he's going to create this reserve. And that's what they're pricing in now. So anything less would be a slight disappointment. And that's where you get that local top at 107 to 108 that actually could create that another reason, not just stock market related, but another reason, maybe a little disappointment. Maybe he doesn't move as fast as the crypto investors want, and that could bring in price.
So Gareth, short.
I wouldn't be shocked to see right before the end of the year, we come back down to around 70, and then in January, we pop back off again.
Term projection for Bitcoin into the Trump inauguration on January 6th, a run up to around 108, 110, before a correction to the 70s, and then top of cycle in 2025, 150. How about Ethereum? And by the way, anybody that wants to follow along.
Nope.
and is now the time to invest in altcoins. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, do you have any insights onto when altcoins might outperform Bitcoin?
Yeah, so Bitcoin dominance, this is a great chart here to take a look at. So what we have here is a beautiful parallel that we see Bitcoin hovering in here. So what this tells me here, right, is that when you see going back to 2023 June, so basically a year and a half ago, is that the highs and the lows are marked here. And notice how right up here, we kept on hammering, and it kept failing. It got above and then it would come back below. And then look at where we are on Bitcoin dominance coming back in. So I think what's going to end up happening is the altcoins are still going to outperform Bitcoin in the near term, which is going to bring Bitcoin dominance down here. But then once you get down there, you have to just go back to history and say, okay, this is where we're hitting this level. We got to be a buyer back down here. So I'm just playing like as a technical trader, I'm just using this parallel to say when to buy alts and when to exit alts and buy Bitcoin.
And final question, there's an Ethereum ETF as well, meaning Wall Street investors can get some exposure to Ethereum. If Ethereum, that perfect storm happens and maybe Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, what's your outlook for 2025 for Ethereum?
Yeah, so the key on Ethereum.
Oh, this is bullshit line right here.
Here on the charts is that we've been rallying up into this little level. So you can see this trend line right here, and price hit it here, was rejected. It's now hit it here again and getting rejected. If we get through this, you have resistance at 3,700, which is a trend line from your previous 52-week high here to your secondary high. If for some reason we can get through 3,700, I think then we make a run at the 4,100 level and could actually go and retest the all-time highs of 4,800. But the key here is getting through anywhere between 3,500 and 3,700. Got to get through there first. Then I think the road is much clearer and it can take off.
And a 2x, if we can clear its all-time high, that's nothing in crypto. Is that, realistically, you're a chart guy, is a 2x reasonable in a bull market?
It is reasonable. It absolutely is reasonable. And you could make a case here where if we look at this and we go back to our 2017 high, and if we just take that trend line and stretch it out, that actually would be almost a 2x from here, right? You're going up to about 7,500 from about 30. In fact, it would be it would at least be a 100 move here, percent move to the upside. But that would be major resistance. The only thing I'll say, and listen, I'm more of a technical guy, so I can't say that I should be, I'm not an expert, but it does make me a little bit nervous that Ethereum has underperformed as much as it has. And I do wonder if Solana is eating some of its lunch and that there's other altcoins that are starting to kind of nip at the heels of Ethereum, and that's causing it to underperform. Doesn't mean it can't go up, 100x from here, or I should say 1x or 2x, right? But I think, again, you just have to be very aware that if there's competition like with NVIDIA, if there's more players producing these AI chips, it's going to bring down the margins on something like NVIDIA, not to bring it to stocks, but that can happen with Ethereum versus Bitcoin is the pure play of digital gold, right? That's the way to play the 21 million max coins. That's the way to play digital type gold against fiat currencies.
If you've made it this far.
I don't know. What do you guys think about this guy? In my opinion, I haven't seen him be right a lot, but listen, better at trading than me. I don't do it for a living. All right, recap segment of things. Anybody that's just joining, $95,291 Bitcoin, looking fantastic. Ethereum at almost 3,600 bucks. Perfect. That was weird. I hit perfect at the same time I said it in the song. That's awkward. Anyways, 35.92 to be exact. BNB at 652 bucks. We got XRP at $1.45. ADA is at 99 cents. Let's see, ETC in the deep green today, 32.37, up 8%, almost 9%. Litecoin is at $95. Do you guys think Litecoin's gonna hit its all-time high? What's Litecoin's all-time high? I think it was what's it called? 400 and something bucks. $410. $76% down from its all-time high still. Do you guys think it's going to? What do you think? Do you think it's gonna hit its all-time high again? I don't know, man. Litecoin's been really underperforming. It really has. Like, it barely broke its peak last time in 2021 from 2017, 2018, right? It might do it, but I mean, I guess it's been higher lows, right? All the way across the board. So it has potential for sure. I think it will. It's just, it's gonna be a tight race. I don't know. We'll see. Litecoin to 420 bucks, maybe. Maybe. Oh man, what about what's the other one? So Cardano, ADA. Cardano's been killing it lately. Absolutely killing it lately. Just looking at the Mac, look at this. Insane. So it always has a nice climb up before it jolts, but this thing's $3.09, 67% down still. I told you guys at 30 cents an easy 6x, and I think it's probably gonna break its all-time high with all the news coming out. It's nuts. Working on some sort of voting system with Hedera and some other bullshit. I don't know, but them working with the government, that's a big deal. The Trump administration, rather, I shouldn't say government. But yeah, overall, it's looking pretty good. Let's see, anything change over here today? Biggest loser of the day seems to be XLM. Took this place. Stellar Lumen over here, 47 cents. Looks like that is the biggest loser today. Let's see, biggest earner still Ethereum name service over here, 35.67. Then virtual protocol, whatever this is, just broke into 100, top 100 rather, $1.02. Interesting. Geek of all trades, fantastic video, by the way. I see you in the chat. Appreciate you for stopping by. This, if you guys haven't seen this video, please go watch it. All right, please do it.
I got hacked for 10 grand in Flux out of my Zelcore wallet. No fancy
amazing video, by the way. And yes,
intros here. Let's just get to it. Get your crypto off of Zelcore.
Perfect. Please get your crypto off of Zelcore. Oh, I'm gonna screenshot this O face. Hold on, I need this. I'm gonna put this right next to Cindy's. Sorry, I had to do it, but hey, I love this video. It was a good one. It was a good one. If you guys need to hold Flux somewhere else, use it over hold it over on I use Trust Wallet for my Flux, to be honest, just because I didn't like Zelcore to begin with. And yeah, I don't know, I heard a lot of things about it way back in the day, and I'm glad I stayed off of it forever. But yeah, just Trust Wallet is where I held my Flux. And then I don't think you can hold native Flux on, can you hold native Flux on Tangem? I don't know. Tangem, actually, if you guys are interested, code CCXD gets you, I think they changed it to 20% off for Black Friday. Let's see. Right here. Let's see. Yes. 15% off now. Get Tangent. Let's see. What does my code do? Where's my code? Someone said Gold Shell's website was messed up too now. Oh, it is 20% off. Look at that. Instead of 10. Instead of 10. Was it always 20%? No, I think it was always 10%. Yeah, so code CCXD gets you 20% off now. And these are, dude, these are perfect like Christmas gifts and stuff. I bought Tangent wallets for a shit ton of people last year. I think I might do it again. Let's see. If you are running nodes, use SSP. That's through Zelcore, right? Isn't that like a part of Zelcore or something? Oh no, I lied. Sorry, that's a browser-based wallet. I saw it in Geek of All Trades video. He went over it at the end. He went over it at the end of his video. Right here. It's like a browser-based extension wallet. I don't know. Is this made by Zelcore or the team over there? I don't know how that works, but SSP, yeah, that's for nodes if you guys are using it. I'm gonna say that shit as well, because just like MetaMask, that gets fucking hacked all the time. I don't see any I don't have high hopes for this SSP thing, but hey, listen, I don't know, it could be fine. That's my personal opinion. Not really a huge fan of it. Now let's see, make sure people listen to people on the internet. Yeah, that's your first mistake. Don't take financial advice from people on YouTube. Let's see, multi-sig is much safer for sure though. Yeah, oh, that's what I was doing. Tangem, they have Flux? Let me see. I don't think they do. Actually, they have a list of coins here. How do I see? How do I see? We're getting 20% off. If you guys are looking to get Tangems now, it's probably a good idea. Oh, Flux, here we go. Let me type it in. Flux, so you can hold, no. I don't think it's, is it native Flux? Damn it, no, I gotta look it up. Let me see. I think you can hold native Flux. Not native? Ethereum, Solana, BNB, Smart Chain, but why does it say? I'm looking inside my Tangem. Well, they changed this whole freaking thing, and I don't even know how to change, like, add a coin to my wallet now. Organized tokens, nope. I don't even know how to add a token on this. Nope. All right, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You can't run nodes off of Tangent or anything along those lines, obviously, right? But the SSP wallet, apparently you can. This one, whatever this is, wallet extension. Go check out Geek of All Trades video again, and make sure you guys sub. Let's get him to 50K. Damn, you're close. You got close to 50K, dude. I'm duking to that. All right, anyways, guys, listen. It's Turkey Day. Go enjoy your day. Hopefully you guys have a good one. Don't burn the house down. Careful deep frying turkeys. I know people are stupid and they put that watery bird in the oil and that causes an explosion, so please be careful if you guys are gonna be doing that. But hopefully you guys have a safe and happy Turkey Day. I will catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Black Friday sales. We're gonna see what we can find actually on Amazon and things along those lines. So you guys have a good one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out and have a good day.
So is that a joint?
Stop the cap.
Do it. Spit on that thing.
She don't hawk to her, we don't talk to her.
Perfect.